Hello everyone, this
Yeah,
is
that works.
flawless. Alright, so we'll be using a program we've never used before to stream this. Can you give me... did you log in as admin?
Yes.
Alright, give me a streamer, I need to sort this shit out. I mean we're swearing now too, because I am quite pissed off at how this doesn't work.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah. There's also no splash screens, because that works on a different program. So yeah, we're prepared. Everything's gonna be good.
But
Keeping scores and everything, no
great,
problem.
great. Don't try to hide it. You just screwed up, man.
I don't know what happened, man. Like, everything I did before, this didn't work. It might have been my internet being screwy, but 10% fine. Ready to go. This will be amateur night.
Amateur what?
Amateur night.
Amateur night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People will
that
see a
sounds
little
pretty
bit in the
fitting to you,
background.
man.
Dude. Alright, so the thing about Beam is there's no delay whatsoever. So that's good.
Yeah, there's not well, there is a delay of like 0.02 seconds, which is pretty massive as you might expect.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
I mean,
Yeah, let's quickly pretend we see the splash screens and go over it.
all right.
So
So
we start
PE versus
with
FTW.
yeah, that's the match tonight. This is actually an important match as well, so it's good we fucked it up.
Yeah, that's pretty good grade. Alright, so what I wanted to go over like 15 minutes ago, which you didn't give me a chance to do, was like players first of all, so we actually know who's gonna be playing for these teams, and also, well, why this match is important. I'm actually gonna start with that one because both of these teams are actually not in the top 8 right now. If I let me check. Alright, FTW is currently in 8th, well, tied 8th position, and Polish Eagles is in 10th position in the league. So, yeah, they're pretty close to getting into the top 8 as well, you know.
yeah, they are. You just keep talking, and I'll try to make the splash screen on live here.
Oh, alright. Oh, thanks for trusting me on that one.
Oh, no problem.
I'll give you your time, no worries, man. Just don't screw it up.
Alright, so you can see
So,
now there's no background or anything, but you can see the rosters at least.
yeah, that's good. It's a start. So the players. I kind of want to go through FTW first because what I think is interesting about their roster is that they only really have two archers. Or at least two full archers. I don't know what their abilities are in like playing second classes on their imps and cavalries. But maybe if they want to get some more archers, some figures, they perhaps have someone who can play Archer as a secondary class. But I just think that's interesting for FTW, especially because if we look at the archers from PE, well, they got a whole lot of them, but you see names like Prince Dalei, Broomstick, those are pretty like renowned archers, which means I think that they're gonna have at least somewhat of an archer advantage over FTW. But other than that, I think the teams are really even. Both infantry-wise as well as cav-wise. Although I think the ones to watch in for both of these teams are the cavs, with Polish Eagles having people like Ferunian, very experienced cav, as well as Colonel Kurtz, also very experienced cav. So yeah, I think the cavs is really what we're going to be watching out for this match. I expect somewhat of a show there.
I expect a lot of aggression from Polish Eagles cavalry because they have both Colonel Kurtz and Frunion, who are both very known for being incredibly aggressive players. Like,
Well, FTW has some really aggressive players as well, though.
that's
I
true.
mean, you
Robin
look
as
at
well
the
is pretty aggressive, but I mean this
yeah,
is an open
Roman's
map,
pretty
so
aggressive,
this is
exactly.
two open maps, so you can't really get away with being too aggressive, at least not sneakily. Like you can go fight the cav, but
You know, I just don't think these teams are gonna care about that at all. They're just gonna go full out aggression, whether it's gonna like work out or not. At least that's what I'm hoping for, you know. So Yeah, let's see what they bring us tonight. Match
Yeah.
looks like it's gonna be starting right now, so
Yeah.
you better have everything ready, Greed.
I have absolutely nothing ready. If you give me streamer though, I can prepare a little bit more.
All right, I'll give you a streamer, man, just this once. All right, let's go. So we have FTW on the Vagar side with 2 infantries, 4 cav, and 2 archers. I think a pretty standard setup for open maps. And then on the PE side, or for the Eagle side, we have 3 imps actually, 1 archer and 4 cav.
Only 1 archer. That's strange to see. I mean, 3 infantry on an open map alone is really strange to see.
Yeah, I mean, Rodox, I guess maybe they figured something out for like the way that the flags work on this map as well. Like, some of the flags are in a pretty, well, defendable position for imps. Like, it's not horrible compared to some other open maps, I guess.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
let's see how they work it out. I do know, however, that PE really likes playing a lot of infantries, even on open maps. Like, yeah, they have 4 cav, but then they're also gonna be putting in like a lot of infantries.
Looks
They
like they're
usually do
looking
that.
for a fight here. Fenos is shooting in, but not getting any hits so far. Robin's coming in with a couch though, but this gets stopped in a horse there.
Well, Mainz is in a pretty bad position if they push him now. So
Yeah, they should. Blackhawk taking on Robin, taking the first killer, and Prince Nelala taking one as well. Furunian
yeah,
taking on
PE
Mainz.
just taking full advantage of the situation.
Yeah, they
Like,
are. This is a very
FTW
bad
was called
position
in
for
a bad
FTW.
position.
Yeah, they are. Feanor there is not going to survive long. Polm is just pushing him.
And one
Oh, they-
FTW player dropped as well.
They did. Seems like it, yeah. That doesn't help them.
That doesn't
Blackhawk's
help them.
catching a
no.
double killer and then taking 3 the entire set. Or this round even. I mean, only K left now.
Yeah,
He's
doing pretty good
not
as
gonna-
imp, huh?
I mean... Yeah,
I
I mean it
mean,
worked for them.
I mean, come on, if you got 3 kills as an infantry on an open map in the first round, then you're doing
That-
pretty good.
That's not bad at all, no. It's definitely... I mean, it's Blackhawk. Like, Blackhawk can play. We're not
Blackhawk can
just
play
saying
open map inf, yes.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think the imps kind of worked out for PE there. But I do also think that FTW just got called out in a really bad position. It felt kind of uncoordinated, like Mainz was just pushing into like 3-4 people on his own and he took 1 or 2 big hits.
Yeah.
Was down to literally no HP. And he was the only protector for Feanor, the FTW archer that was just right behind him. And yeah, the Cav just pushed onto Feanor after that. Couldn't really
Position
do
like
anything.
this is not somewhere you want to play against that many infantry. Like, their cavalry couldn't really do that much.
Yeah,
the,
although
the Polish
I do-
Eagles infantry could just do whatever they wanted. Kramer does take a hit there, taking a javelin in
Yeah.
the shoulder.
Yeah, actually 2 PE players already getting pinged before flags.
Yeah.
But flags are gonna spawn now though. Let's see.
And flag spawns.
It's all the way in the back.
All the way in the back, yeah. Looks like no aggression. Nobody kind of wants to go there yet. Most
Well, I
likely it's just
mean-
gonna end up being a fight up on the hill. And here we go, Kramer leading the charge here.
The one problem that PE has with this kind of 3 infantry setup is that they're like pretty immobile, you know, like archers can at least shoot from a distance, but imps really have to get in close, so they kind of want to fight here, because if they fight at the flag it's way too open for the imps to fight.
Yeah. Matt and Fëanor there had a really good crossfire, but Pond ended up pushing.
Looks like
Fight's
Kramer
breaking
gets
out.
pushed first, though. Looks pretty good for FTW, they got PE pretty well split apart.
That's true. Oh, nice accidental help there from Brunian, stopping the cavalry. But Fëanor
Yeah.
is just doing work here, taking on the cavalry here. Matt as well.
Yeah,
the-
Ferunian's also gonna go down.
I mean, this is the power of the Vagar archers. Like, you don't screw with that.
I mean, that's one thing. It's just that another thing is that I talked about how taking 3 infantries makes you a little bit like more immobile in a sense, because you can't really move around as quickly to respond to certain situations. You kind of saw how that crippled them there, right? Because they tried to fight there, but FTW just responded by splitting them apart as much as they could, and their imps can't be everywhere at the same time. Like if one imp goes somewhere and another imp goes somewhere else, they're just gonna get killed by the cav, you know. They need to move as a group. So they really can only take one objective at a time. And when there's like 2, 3, 4 different objectives you need to take down in order to win the fight, it's kind of difficult.
That's definitely true. I mean, we did also expect this to be a pretty close match.
Yeah, I expect this to be a close match. Yeah.
I still think that the Polish Eagles have the strength in cavalry. I mean, right now they are playing Rodok on an open map without the stat changes, which means they are at a disadvantage just in general.
Well, I mean, I'd say individually you're right. The Polish Eagles cav should have an advantage, but if FTW have the proper coordination, there is no reason I think their cavs would lose a fight.
That's true.
Like against the PE cavs. As long as they don't die before flags or something.
That's the most important thing, just stay alive. But there's been no
looks
aggression.
like PE is gonna have a... Well, they're gonna take the flag early. They kinda have to, they can't really just wait around and do nothing with their imps. If they have that many imps, they just need to take the flag in order to get as much advantage out of them as they can.
Yeah.
I think Prince
they need to
Lele,
be careful here,
from
though.
his position, he's gonna have to do a lot of work though, because otherwise them having the flag first could backfire if they don't get any advantage out of it.
Yeah, they also need to be careful here from crossfire. Like Feanor and Matt, if they set up properly here, they're gonna be difficult to kill.
Well, I mean, it looks like FTW wanna push Prince Lele out of his position first.
Yeah, they're most likely just gonna replace Feanor and Matt with his position, just to shoot him in the back.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is like a problem, right? You see that the PE infantries are already splitting up, kinda. Let's see if the FTW cav can pick up on that, maybe kill some people.
It is important to notice as well, this flag is actually bugged, so even if you raise it all the way, you will not win the round.
So PE is just standing on the flag in vain, kind of. They should win the round right here.
Yeah, they should have won by now.
FTW probably know the flag's bugged, and they just...
Potentially, yeah.
Like,
I didn't know
they split
until...
apart PE. I think it's likely PE just loses this round. If you look at their positions, they're super split up. Unless Prince Lele just shoots 3 people in a row here, I don't think
That's true. I mean, they do have 2
they're
cav.
gonna win.
Oh, 1 cav now. This is not looking good for Polish Eagles. There we go.
Yeah.
It's Matt and Feanor just making work of their both there. No chance of having that. FTW wins the round unnecessarily. Like they shouldn't have won that because of the flag bug. But...
Yeah, like technically speaking, PE should have won that, but I think FTW did know about the bugged flag and PE didn't. Maybe it's because of
they could have just been lucky there and just.
Maybe PE just never had this. Like maybe even if they've trained on this map, they just never had this situation before, so they don't know about it. That's possible.
It's possible. It's also possible that they haven't played this map that much because they are in 2 tournaments. This is
yeah.
And maybe they just like, we have strong cav, we can take them on cav.
So FTW does win that round, even though it looked like PE should have won it. But it's just like you saw that PE at some point, like when the flag was almost up, they split up their people. They had like 1 or 2 in still at the flag, and the rest went to fight. But they were outnumbered there. But it was like a stalling tactic, you know. Fight until the flag is up, and then we win the round, no matter how many people we lose. But because the flag was bugged, and they kept on fighting, they just split up, get picked apart, and just lose the round, you know.
This is a very good position for FTW as well.
It's a good position for FTW, but it's not impossible to push for PE with the amount of imps they have. Like, I still think it would have been better for PE to take, like, another archer or something, but let's see. It could work out here.
The problem is crossbows for Rolex is not that strong, and they can't upgrade. Like, they don't have anything to gain from it, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, they need to make the 3 inf tactic work then.
Yeah. Problem is
because
pushing
if they don't...
here.
Oh, Graham taking a really big hit there, actually.
Pon is going in to help here, but...
Like, the PE imps are already getting, like, split apart somewhat again.
Yeah, the problem
I think this is bad for PE. Oh, it looked like Mines was AFK or something. He was just standing there and Kramer was ramming into him.
Maybe he thought he was already dead.
No, I don't think so. He was full HP. Prince Leia also can't really shoot at the moment, just being pushed.
That's another thing with crossbows, like you just don't have the time to shoot, open map especially. But
Yeah.
Kirudin is doing good work there, helping him out. Just one bump and Savo's dead. But he's not gonna get away with it that easily. FTW
Yeah.
Cav here
Prince
doing
Lele
work.
is surprisingly still alive. I don't know how he lived through all that, but
His survivability is very good. But
yeah, he's gonna try and get to the flag, but yeah, that's
yeah,
not gonna work.
no.
Yeah, I think that in two, like, except for the round where PE were just on the flag and the flag was bugged in the, near the end, I think in all the other rounds overall FTW kind of had an advantage. Well, except for the first round where PE just like caught them out of position. But after that, FTW improved on their mistake, and yeah, they just fixed like the way they approach the situation. You know, split them apart because they have so many imps. And then fight from there, you know, because if you can split apart the imps, make them a non-factor kind of, then after that the fight will be a lot easier because there was only one archer to lock down. You know, like Prince Lele, I haven't seen him land any shots really, but that was just because he got pushed all the time, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah.
I managed to add the score, by the way. The 3 is upside down, but I mean, who's gonna notice that, right?
Oh yeah, it looks pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
I should also just repeat that I have not set up in this program yet, and that's why nothing is going the way it's supposed to be.
But at least we have 0.02 seconds delay only,
Yeah,
which is pretty great.
yeah,
Now everyone can stream snipe easily.
exactly.
It's
It's perfect.
perfect, yes. So I think what PE has to fix here is not take this many imps, especially on Vegas. Like if they're gonna take imps, then not more than 2. That's gonna be what they're gonna have to do.
Vagr's strength.
I don't know if they didn't take a second archer because they thought it was worse. And
I can actually
there is
agree.
something to be said for that, of course, on Rodox, but it just didn't work out because they did have one archer, but he never really got any shots off, or at least not without being under pressure a lot.
Rodox is the weaker faction here by far. I mean, Veigar doesn't really have a weakness, to be fair. Like, they're just strong in everything, but their cavalry and their archery is just incredible.
Yeah,
I could see PE winning 3-0 here.
it's possible, but I just wonder how FTW is gonna set up because this tournament does make use of the like stat changes for Rodox, right? So the Cav do have more riding skill, which could bring them at least a little bit more on equal footing with the Vegas Cav, although it's not entirely comparable because you can really only afford the light lance, right? So
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Rogues doesn't have a strength in this. Like, their infantry is good, yeah, sure. Like, the cleaver will one hit kill. But cavalry with light lances and crossbows on open maps, they're
I
not as
mean
efficient.
it is possible that PE on the Rodox spawn just took the inf knowing that they were probably gonna lose the spawn and just trying to make like take advantage of the strengths of the faction,
I
maybe?
mean, if you look at the way they played the flag there on the second round, that's exactly what they were doing. They, like, alright, we have people on the flag, we're just gonna take the flag, just try to stay alive as much as you can. But they got screwed by it.
I find it hard to measure though, because FTW played as if they knew the flag there was bugged. So if the flag wouldn't have been bugged, like I think what would have happened was FTW would have taken that position and instead of fighting off the flag, they would have fought on the flag, which meant that the flag progression would have stopped.
Maybe. I'm not sure if they knew
I
about it.
think it would have still been a very close round for sure, but I don't think it would have necessarily been a clear PE win that round, no matter what
No,
happened.
I don't think so either, but I mean, if they knew about the flag being bugged, then that was a very good tactic by them. Just kill one side and then like
I
just
mean,
focus on
that's what it
everyone.
looked like because they showed no intention whatsoever to fight on the flag, even though it was almost up. Like there aren't any clans on this level that would forget to go to the flag like that unless they knew about a bug like this.
That's true, but I mean, Polish Eagle didn't know about it.
Um, I guess so, but maybe that's like um, a result of inexperience on the map because it is
Maybe.
like a map that hasn't really been played competitive. So,
I didn't know about the flag bug until yesterday, but we are live once more.
all right,
Polish Eagle
all
now
right.
taking the Vegas side.
Yeah, with 4 cav, 2 imps, 2 archers, so pretty much the same setup that FTW had on the last set, and then FTW actually taking through the 3 imps now on the Ruddock side, but they take 3 cav as well, and then 2 archers, so a little bit of a different setup than what PE had.
Colonel Kurt's trying to be sneaky there, just like, not even sneaky, just rushing in there trying to get a couch lance, but
Yeah.
close, but no cigar.
Well, I mean, we talked about the aggression of PE cav, right? They don't
Yeah.
care. They just run in there.
You are right, the scores are turned around.
Well, looks like FTW are gonna move on the fly quickly with their 3 imps. FTW do have 2 archers though, so it means that in this case the cavalry numbers are actually gonna be in favor of fakers. Sorry. So let's see how that works out. Like again, the Rodok imps are gonna have to do a lot of work.
I mean, Kubus and I saw someone sneak up in the forest there, but Prince is gonna have to just crossfire. There we go.
Yeah.
It's a good crossfire, just having one near the house and one in the forest, but it's not a safe position.
Yeah, I wonder who is gonna make the first move for the flag though.
PE does have the advantage here. They can just... Nah, they're kind of like on the same level here, just like the line in the sand is drawn.
I mean, PE have set up, or are trying to set up a decent crossfire, or... Well, Prince is actually moving more towards Kubus now, so... No real crossfire there, but...
Yeah,
let's
they
see
can't
what they
afford
can
it
do.
right now.
Looks like FTW wants to push into Black Hawk here. Or Black Hawk's pushing into them. I don't know which it is.
Either way, people are dying. Kubus and Matt taking 1 kill each there. Fight here
I'm interested in this fight in the corner here.
Yeah, it's looking good here. It's still even, FTW taking the advantage here though.
FTW taking
massively.
Huber
taking a good hit there. Just smack him now, but...
I mean, that's
double kill from
corner
Huber. He's fighting in that corner like a beast.
Everyone in that corner is dying.
They're all so low. I mean, Matt is... Yeah, alright.
Alright, like
he could have had it there,
never gonna win that.
Oh, like, that was a little bit... I mean, he could have if everyone just kept going into the corner, but with an archer shooting, you're not gonna win that.
Well, I mean, this is a good example of like how Cav can just capitalize on chaotic fights. You know, like that corner near that house in the middle area. Like I think like 5 people died there or something, and it started with like FTW kind of poking on PE on the side there, and then PE suddenly like around around 40 seconds left on the flag. It was like they just pushed into FTW. I don't know why they did that, because they were heavily outnumbered. But
maybe they just thought like, alright, let's just push now quickly before something happens, but it didn't work out from there.
Yeah, maybe. Like when they did that push, they really needed it to like give them 1 or 2 kills right off the bat, because otherwise it meant they were in like a horrible position, which is exactly what happened. And then they just got cleaned up by Cav and everything.
Yeah, Cavalry did a good job there for FTW.
Well, I mean, Robin picking up 3 kills, you know.
Yeah,
alright, flags in the back again. Great.
Yeah, this is an interesting position, especially with these trees that are very naturally grown like this.
Yeah, very naturally grown trees, right? I mean, there hasn't been a fight on this flag yet, so I wonder how both teams are gonna approach it, but looks like FTW are really gonna set up all the way in the back. They probably just wanna set up a crossfire though.
Yeah. The village here is very good. Oh!
Prinsley just
didn't keep his shield up the right way here.
Yeah.
Taking at least 2 shots there. Soul's
and
playing
Soul
harass
is almost dead as well.
Kurtz is just very, very aggressive here. But
like he is just running into this FTW squad. He doesn't care, man.
He's buying them a lot of time too. Like they can't do anything to stop him.
PE are just raising the flag, and it looks like FTW is just doing whatever. Oh, they're gonna push on the flag now.
They needed to do it now, but he does get stopped. But Soul, this goes down by Blackhawk.
Yeah,
Blackhawk with a double kill with a spear.
Yeah. That's
almost
a very
a triple
unorganized push by FTW so far.
I think they kinda panicked a little bit there, because like their archer was dead, and that was just brutal. Like, Perunian's the only one.
I mean, was it Feanar who got shot first?
Yeah.
I think so, right? Because that, like... that was one of their archers. They were probably trying to set up a crossfire, and when he died, it looked like they kind of lost, like, I don't know, they just didn't know what to do anymore. And then they tried to push on the flag after that, but the imps were very split up when they pushed on the flag. And you just saw that they got picked off one by one. Like,
the idea of FTW there was to escort Fenrir to the village and then leave him there to shoot. But when he was dead, your position is useless, and
yeah,
you just need to.
exactly.
Oh, but Robin does already get dismounted by Fear Union and Colonel Kurtz. Again, this aggression.
This aggression, yes. They want to be this aggressive to, like, make an impression on PE, I guess, but you need to be, like, not, like, overconfident, because then this kind of stuff happens.
They're fighting against.
Losing your horse this early in a round can be fatal.
Yeah.
Like, you only have two calves left now, or at least 2 calves with a horse.
You also have 2 calves with light lance versus normal lances. Like,
Well, I mean,
why would you go up against cav like this? You're gonna lose it.
FTW did win the first round with only 3 cav against 4 of PE and 1
That's true,
with
but that
light
was in a
lances.
proper fight. Like, that was in a fight situation, not just cav versus cav, so.
Yeah, well, whatever the case, though, like, they're gonna be at a distinct disadvantage cav-wise anyways. Let's see how they can make up for it, or if they can make up
Blackhawk
for it.
took a massive hit there from an archer. Just
Yeah.
a pixel health
He's
left.
gonna be dead in a kick or something.
Yeah, 1 kick or a bump even. We'll take him then, but nobody is going on a flag yet. Oh, Kubus goes down as well. This is looking bad for Polish Eagles.
Yeah, looking bad for Polish Eagles now, at least, like, health-wise. But on the other hand, though, if you look at the FTW
Bush
health...
gets stopped as well. He's gonna make it out of there, but that horse is hurt. Kurtz just tanked down
Soul
Solo.
gets taken out.
That's a good
That was
kill.
one of the FTW infantries. Why was he all on his own there?
I guess he was trying to push Nelle. Prince Lele. I keep
Maybe.
calling him Nelle, and it.
But this
Excuse
is
me
what
now.
I meant with, like, being immobile again. Like, they just split up to attack different objectives and they get picked off.
Yeah.
But
Oh, Kurtz there taking a hit, saving Matt's life. But Savo's taking a double kill here, taking down both Blackhawk and Hubert.
I mean, it
Prince,
looks like
though, double
as
kill
if the
there.
PE aggression is backfiring here a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. Blue does get down, taken down by Holy Warrior. Savo with a stab as well, and FTW taking around. Not as smooth as Polish Eagle did before, but I mean, still a very good round. They're gonna be able to upgrade well.
I mean, it didn't even start out that great for FTW. Robin lost his horse. Soul tried to push an archer and died very early in the round, you know. It didn't look good for FTW at all, in my opinion. But then
No.
after that, it looked like PE got impatient or something. They just pushed straight up to the house where the rest of the FTW footmen were, and they just lost. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know why you would fight there willingly, because the flag isn't, like, exactly next to the house. It's a little bit away from it, at least. You can try to at least fight in the
They didn't have that much time
open.
left, considering the flag, but they had enough time for it not to really matter, because they didn't win
Yeah.
the flag, did they? They won by actually just killing them.
Yeah, exactly.
FTW is really banking on this flag spawning here.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 chance it's gonna spawn there, so I mean, why not? If it spawns another one though, like, they have already lost the round. This is a big gamble from them.
Well, I mean,
They're not gonna make it all the way to the flag. Oh, they did get lucky there too.
yeah, they kind of got lucky, yes. Let's see how PE approaches this flag spawn now, because they do know now, hopefully,
It
that
is
this
bugged,
flag is
yeah.
bugged. So even though there's gonna be, like, a fight around the flag, because let's say the round ends and the flag is still higher for FTW, they're gonna win it, of course, but I mean, I
Yes.
just wonder how PE are gonna try and abuse this. It looks like they're taking a little bit different approach than
Fenrir
FTW.
taking up Bush. Bush trying
That's-
to be as aggressive as Ferunian and Colonel Kurtz, not really making it work there.
Yeah, that's gonna be one calf down.
The FTW carries as well, trying their best here, and K does actually take
Prince
down Prince.
Lene gets taken
That's
out.
a massive kill. That's very,
Again,
very,
only
very
one
bad.
archer left for
Yeah.
PE. I don't know what's happening to PE. Like,
He is kind of just breaking down right now. Like, they're not fighting together, and they're not
yeah,
playing the way
exactly.
they're meant
They're not
to be
fighting
playing.
together.
They're just kind of going in one on one, getting killed. And Fëanor taking a kill there on blue as well. Ferunian is the only one alive. He's not gonna survive long here. I mean, he can.
Yeah.
He could stall for a minute, but he's not gonna
Yeah,
win.
good luck with that.
He's not gonna win this one.
I mean, 1 versus 7.
if they
You
line
just
up
gotta
right.
believe, right?
Yeah. Believing is everything. I just
I,
stopped
I,
there.
Never mind.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it. I knew it.
How? How did you know?
But so there goes your prediction about PE taking this 3-0, huh?
It's not what I thought. I'll be completely honest. I thought PE would be much stronger than this, but
Well, I mean, it just looks like PE is uncomfortable in their coordination either right now or just like I don't know, maybe this happens on open maps more often than this because it looks like every time they lost, it was because either they went in one by one or just like generally moved towards the flag very split up, and also like people got picked off before any real fight happened, left, right, and center. Like I don't know.
yeah, it was a bit of a messy fight. I didn't expect FTW Cow to be able to do that. Just harass them the entire time.
Yeah, it looks like I think PE just has to fix their communication and overall coordination. Like attack as a group, you know, don't go in by one. Call for calves because they got called off by calves a couple of times. They got shot by um, the FTW archers a couple of times before the flag as well. Prince Lene did get off some good shots though. Like he actually put in pretty decent effort there, but it didn't matter in the end for them. At least not for the result.
That's true. No, I'm just trying to flip a little bit here. There we go. It's not 9, it's 6. I just don't know this program.
Did you just change it into a 9 in order to make it look like a 6?
No, I did the other way around.
Oh. Oh, great.
Yeah, I somehow free transformed it. So yeah, it's perfect.
Alright, so what PE needs right now is to win the next map on both sets decisively as well. Like, they cannot lose more than 2. If they lose more than 2 rounds, they lose the match. So they have to both win both sets and not lose more than 2 rounds, which is going to be quite a task, I think. Because the next map is also going to be an open one. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I think if PE steps up their teamwork and coordination, it could be very close. But I don't know if it will be enough to win both sets decisively, you know?
The thing with this map though is like it looks very very open if you look at it from above, but I mean there's so many sneaky places to go here. This is not really an open map in my opinion. It's more like a mixed map because there's just alleys everywhere.
Yeah, but it's still gonna depend on how you make use of it, though.
Yeah, but the thing is, PE could use their infantry to good regard here, but
Um, yeah, but I
I
mean,
mean
FTW have
FTW
shown.
has some good infantry too. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
because FTW won with 3 imps as well, remember? Like, they took 3 imps
Yeah,
as Wardogs and even took a Cav less
that's true.
to put him as an archer. And you told me about how you think taking 2 archers or 2 crossbows on Wardogs could be, like, not such a good idea, you know?
Yeah, because
And they
like
still made
especially with
it
this cav.
work, like,
Yes.
pretty decisively too. Like, time and time again, they managed to pick PE apart and just kill them afterwards.
The benefit of having 3 infantry is you can push one archer and be relatively safe with it. I mean, you saw how many times So pushed into Prince
Well,
Incubi's
I
death.
mean, that's been tried a couple of times and it hasn't worked out because the Cav has been on point though, like for either team really.
That's true.
So I have yet to see a 2-inf push 1 archer tactic work. So at least this match. I've seen it before, of course. No worries.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Um, so yeah, pretty much that. PE just gotta step up their game and then they can play kind of like even with FTW. If they wanna win the match, however, they have to both like communicate better, coordinate better, and just play better than everyone in FTW pretty much.
That is a
If they
very good
if they
analysis.
do that, then yeah, they can win the match. Otherwise, well, maybe like a draw could be a result, but
I wonder if draws will be allowed. I guess they will be because it's not
yeah,
single
draws are allowed.
elimination, which means considering it depends a little bit on how the match Fearless versus DOF and who's Wonwookie playing again? I think they're playing the Russian clan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're playing the Russian clan. Map Club.
Since when am I playing against Russian clans?
I thought that was your match this week.
Oh,
The
right.
I can't speak Russian, so I can't say the name. But I expect Wonwookie to win their match, whoever they were fighting. I forget
Yeah, but
who.
overall, around the 8th position in the table right now, if you look there, it's like very close points wise.
It's
So
even, 100% even. Like Wonwookie and FTW are dead even.
yeah, of course. But I mean, like some other clans are pretty close to it as well, right? Like Fearless only has 2 points more than both FTW and Wonwookie, and Polish Eagles only have 2 points less, you know. So
Without giving away the score, Fearless is losing.
Fearless is losing.
Yeah, so it could. The winner of this match is going to be important.
Yeah, but that's kind of what we expected, though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
And we are back to going live.
I think we're live. Yes.
I need to set hotkeys. Someone needs to remind me of this.
That would be a good idea. Don't worry. If you remind me, I'll remind you.
I won't remind myself at all.
Alright, so we're live and PE has Iswadia with 3 imps, 3 calves, and 2 archers. I think
That's fine on this map.
that's an acceptable setup for this
Yeah.
map, in my opinion. Because as you said, it is a little bit closer than last map, although I still think that cav are gonna have a massive impact.
Especially
for
Sword
IPT.
and Cav. I mean, Colonel Curse here has an old pike. Oh, Kubus taking a kill on Feanor, their only archer.
That was a pretty
That
beautiful kill.
was most likely sneaky. If I'd seen it, it would have been sneaky. But I mean, from
Yeah.
there, did he shoot through the top here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he did. Wow, he stood on the stone. Not safe.
Yeah, well, he definitely practiced shooting from that spot, or maybe it's just improvisation, you never know.
Yeah.
Looks like PE is kind of pushing into FTW here. Let's see if they can catch them out of position again.
Prince just like.
I think FTW could end up losing this fight if they keep in this position.
They have the number advantage right now. Oh, they just even it out, but Polish Eagles instantly taking back 2 kills here.
Yeah.
Catherine killing Pond though.
I think the PE cav are gonna have to clean up here.
Hubert not paying attention is back there. Goes down. Double kill for
I've
Catherine. Karuna
Like
is
the
also getting a double
FTW
kill
imps
though.
are holding out though, surprisingly.
Yeah, they do.
And getting kills.
I mean, they're Nords. Don't screw with
Oh,
Nord
they're
infantry.
Nords, but
3v2 though, Polish Eagle can do this. They're very low health, but everyone is. Kurtz goes down 2v2.
I mean, FTW can
caveats to
definitely do this
infantry.
as well, though. Like, if they just go on the flag,
Yeah.
like, the PE cap have to dismount at some point, right? Because the flag's gonna be too high otherwise.
There's plenty of time still.
Soul is almost dead though. I think with like a couple
Both
of
of them
bumps he could die.
dismounting, yeah.
Oh, they're both gonna dismount in fact. Let's see if they can get something done in time though. It's
Bush
Norden
losing
here
his
fighting
shield.
again. But
Yeah, and they are also
Oh.
nice switch there by Ferunian, taking down
Nice switch by Ferunian,
Catherine.
and he's gonna
Oh, and
shield
shield
stun.
stunning. Yeah, this is not good for
Soul
Soul.
should die here.
Oh, Soul taking down Ferunian though. 1 versus 1.
1 versus 1. I think
Sword doesn't-
technically Soul should win that, yeah.
Yeah. The athletics of the Rodox,
I mean,
or the
there is a reason. There is a reason why she is like calf player. and
Yeah,
Soul is an
Soul
infantry
is
player.
also a very good
So,
infantry player.
I mean, technically speaking, if the clans are kind of even in skill, then an inf should always win it.
Still
against the
a
calf.
very nice clutch there by Soul. That was a good play.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it kind of was back and forth there, right? Like FTW got called in a bad position, but they got some kills before PE did.
It
Then
didn't even
PE
look
got
like
some
it was
kills
that bad
back,
position for
you know?
them. They like Polish Eagle had 2 kills advantage, and
Yeah.
they still ended up losing the round.
They still ended up losing the round. I think in the end, when it was like 2v2, it kind of ended up being a matter of skill as well.
Yeah, it
But
became
I
more of a
mean,
duel at
like
that
Cav
point.
stats for when you dismount
Oh.
isn't particularly great either, I guess. So
FTW is pushing out. Trying to push out.
they're
Kind of does
trying to push out.
it
Yeah.
hit Woosh there, pretty good hit
This is
there.
probably just gonna end up being waiting for flag though.
Yeah, I mean 2 seconds, why not wait?
Kuba's being very aggressive up
Oh,
there.
if
Actually.
I would risk that shot any day. That's such a good position there.
Yeah, if he gets spotted though, he might get pushed.
They're not gonna bottleneck them. They're just luring him out in the open, which is smart by Swadia. Like they want.
I mean, there is
they
no
push.
way you're fighting into this as Swadia though.
Yeah.
Like, you're not fighting into Nord Inf when they're also outnumbering you, you know, and when
That's
they
true.
still have jabs. Like, fighting against Nord Infs that have jabs is just a
You
pain.
haven't seen a lot of javelins so far. I mean, just a little bit. No real kills
Yeah,
from
but
it.
I mean that's because PE is from a respectable distance. I think once FTW get closer, they're gonna throw some more, perhaps.
Yeah, if they have any left. I mean, they're
Yeah, if they
throwing.
have
They're
any
just
left.
not throwing them
I'm
coordinated.
surprised they're throwing them so early, actually.
Yeah. I mean, they're throwing
But
them. It's
the
just like
fight
not
isn't
doing anything.
on the flag. It looks like they're still gonna fight off the flag, which I think could be FTW favor.
Nelle,
Unless
Prince Lele
Prince
taking
Lele
the pin.
starts shooting
Oh,
everyone.
double kill from him. He's in a good position in the back,
FTW
just freely
is so
shooting
split
it.
apart right now. FTW should not win this. Like,
No, I don't think they will. Triple killer from Prince, just shooting so free.
I mean, yeah.
He might take down Raven here as well. He's
I
gonna
mean,
try to get out, but
those are crucial shots by Prince Lele though. Like,
yeah, for sure.
he starts off that fight with the headshot, then the FTW imps get split apart, he gets another kill, and then everything just falls apart. Like, that's pretty much what happens there.
I am a little bit disappointed not seeing Blackhawk run and getting javelins. He did find one, but he's a little bit sketchy, like, will this screw up my equipment drops? I really want that javelin. Didn't risk it.
Well, you know Black Hawk and Jazz, right? He wants those things.
It's a romance made in heaven. That's not a saying. I just made that up.
Yeah, I noticed.
Still sounded fine. It's okay.
Alright. Did we give any names to these areas where they're going now?
Middle, church, and tower.
Oh yeah, you just came up with that as well, didn't you?
It's clever, isn't it? Like, who can argue?
Right. Well, I mean, Prince Lele is trying to shoot over the little wall there. I'm gonna call that the little wall, you know.
Sure.
So,
Call it whatever you like. FTW
Right.
is kind of banking on this, the left side here, the beach spawn.
Yeah, but I mean, FTW also doesn't really want to move out before the flag, and PE doesn't really want to push into FTW before the flag. So you're gonna kind of have this standoff where both teams are gonna wait for the flag every time. And it looks like FTW will be at the flag first.
Yeah, it looks
And
like it.
PE are gonna take the
this might be
small
painful.
entrance on the left side of the village.
This might be a little bit painful for Polish Eagles to push into, but they're taking a long way
But-
around.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gonna try and
they're
cut
still-
FTW off.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Or
But
FTW is trying
Prince
to
Lele
put-
is in a bad position. Like, they kind of need to get back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't afford to run in there when FTW is waiting for them.
FTW ended up cutting off Polish Eagles actually. I mean, they can
Yeah,
go
but
here instead.
that's also kind of because PE pushed in with the wrong people. Like, Prince Lele was in front. You don't want that when you're pushing in there.
It's difficult, especially if he's making calls. Like, it's.
Yeah.
But I mean, Furin should be the commander for this. He's the one who commands open maps.
Yeah.
Holy Warrior trying to get couched there, but not going in. Pawn
There's
taking a
one
good cap.
FTW in, it's really split apart. Like,
Holy Warrior goes down to jab combo there.
FTW don't want to fight around this corner.
No,
They're
they
gonna
don't.
get
I mean,
split
right
apart.
now they kind of do, because now they have the advantage in players. But
No, you don't want that, because Prince
Oh.
Lele is shooting into that.
yeah, around this corner here is fine. Like, as long as they fight on this
corner's
side of
fine.
the
I
corner.
just meant when around the corner pushing into PE.
Yeah, Kubus is just shooting freely. Prince as well. They can shoot here.
Fino
Fëanor
was
is just
stuck
trapped,
in between
yeah.
horses there. Oh,
That
wow.
was unfortunate.
Like, I think he's been there half of the round, really. He was on that side before.
Yeah, I kind of just didn't see him the entire fight. But it's 3 versus 4. Lot of infantry for
looks
FTW.
like Tom gets pushed away. But
Oh,
looks
Robin's the
like
only one alive
PE
here.
are gonna get the better in this.
That was good play by Borj and Pon. They just won in that round. Double kill
Yeah,
both of them there.
Yeah. Like, small skill. It looks like PE is actually like kind of getting the advantage in these small scale engagements, at least if they like still have like calves or archers or something. They really round up these small scale engagements quite well then.
I mean, some people really like open up Cav on Nords. Do you think Polish Eagles or FTW have the advantage right now? Just completely based on the classes and the
Mm.
factions.
Well, I mean, I don't think in this particular case either team has a distinct advantage class-wise or equipment-wise, just because it's all about how you use these particular classes, because I think both of these setups can work in this case. Like, FTW have shown that their imps can like help them out. Like, they really only lost that last round because at the end they got split up. But before that they were holding out really well with those imps. They fought
Yeah.
in pretty decent positions.
That's very true.
But if they do not manage to get like value out of their imps, then PE suddenly have a big advantage. Which is what you saw at the end. They got split apart, or at least their imps got split apart, and then round was over.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, this is a good flag for Polish Eagles as well. Like, Jay can like Prince is just gonna set up in the back. Kubis is gonna take probably this like little fence area here, or he could even take the top.
I mean, that's a pretty good flag for PE, I guess, but it's like last time FTW didn't fight at the flag there either. But
that's true.
I do.
Goes down early.
Yeah, Fëanor goes down early. That's really not what they need. It feels like
Holy
Fëanor
Wars
isn't
votes.
really used to playing inf or something, because last time he was also split up from his team and died somewhere on
There
the side.
might be a little bit of communication issues as well. I mean, Fëanor is Russian or Ukrainian, I forget which.
Well,
Oh.
Chrono Kurtz gets taken down though. 1v1 calf, or maybe just a drive-by.
FTW is kinda winning the fights here.
Yeah,
Polish
K
Eagles
is very
spread
split
up
up
so
from
much.
his team though. He could get pushed, or Michael gets pushed instead.
Yeah, I mean the cavalry of FTW is just it's really on point right
I mean, this is just very
now.
clutch
But
at this point.
Firunian getting a nice kill there on Holy Warrior. Raven does get dismounted there.
It's not impossible for PE to bring this back though. Like,
It's 3 versus 3.
Kubus has
is
a good
free
position,
shooting,
but
and
Robin's gonna push him now.
Look at the health of Polish Eagle though. Like this is not good.
Yeah, but
then again,
look
FTW
at the
has
health
low
of
health.
FTW though. They
Yeah.
literally don't have any health.
A bump on potato logic there and he's dead. Like, okay. Bush just won them that round almost single-handedly. Like, 10-1 score.
I think overall it was very clutch though. Like there were a lot of situations in that opening fight, like near the little like farmer house in the back there, where it could really have gone either way. Like then one inf got called out on a certain position, then another inf got called out in another position, and then there were some clutch kills from both sides. You know, it was like a very chaotic fight more than anything else, and PE ended up coming out on top.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that round could have really gone either way. But PE win the set 3-1, which is like they
This
they,
is
they need
exactly
to
what they
win
need.
like that again. Preferably they need to win 3-0 to win the match. And then if they win 3-1 it's a draw, and if they lose 2 rounds then they just lost.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be the deciding set. Which I think is good.
This is as we expected as well. Like again, we expect this to be a good match. Like they're not disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, a lot of aggression from both sides, though. Like, they're really, like... on the first set, on the first map, it kind of looked a little bit, like, hesitant from both teams, but once they got a little bit into it, they really just went all out once an engagement started.
I
Like,
think that's a
in
lot to
some
do with the
rounds,
maps.
like, especially on the set we just saw, like, some rounds were really clutch, like, with Sol winning the round for FTW, like, 1 versus 2, or the last round of the set where literally everything happened everywhere, you know?
Yeah. I mean, in these small fights, it boils down to skill, really. In that case, he played better.
Yep.
But
I mean,
it's not over yet. I mean, like it's close. It's very close.
yeah, you can kind of see that PE once they like get on a little bit more close map, where not like 90% of all the kills is like decided by a cav running by and bumping, or a cav crouching or something, you know, you see that they really excel.
Yeah.
Because in the prolonged infights, like they played versus Nords and they still won infights.
That's true.
Or at least they handled them very well. I wouldn't necessarily say they won the straight up infights, but they
kind of
didn't
just
die.
like, yeah, they drew. They were close enough. Like they just
Yeah,
survived. That's
exactly. And then at
important
some
as
point,
infantry.
like Prince Lele really showed up on that set, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
he did really good.
Just as was Warrior. Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce that name, man.
I think it's whoosh.
Whoosh.
Whoosh. It's like the sound it makes when he runs by you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like whoosh. And
Whoosh
he
by.
went like 10 on 1 or something, I think.
10-1, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
Now that's pretty whoosh.
Yep. That's pretty whoosh. It's good. Commas are very
That
important.
that's gonna be a meme, you know.
Oh, please no.
Oh well.
No.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I just think that FTW looked a little bit shakier there than before. It looked like as soon as they had to move around with more imps, like they really required them to be at the same position at all times. And I think in 2 rounds, Fëanor got really called out of position. Like one time he was just stuck in between 2 horses on the side somewhere half of the
Yeah,
round.
that was very
And then the
unfortunate
other
for him.
round he just got killed before he could do anything.
Yeah. That's
Like you as Nord Infs, you don't really want to have that happen.
no, you don't. Just I think he got
I
spread
mean,
out a little bit too much in every fight. Almost like he was almost always the first to die, and I just picked him off.
well, I mean, I still wonder how you managed to get stuck in between 2 horses for half of the round. But you know.
That's good question. Yeah, I mean there was a fight going on there, but I didn't see him join the fight, so to say. I
Yeah,
guess
I
he
think
killed one of the horses, and
there was like one calf from both sides, and then one got killed and the other got killed, and he happened to end up in between the horses for some reason. I think
yeah,
that's what happened.
yeah, probably. That's unfortunate. I mean, I think it's a little bit like not knowing the maps because like that's would explain a lot why Fëanor was so having issues.
I don't know if it's all about the maps though, because if you just follow the rest of your inventories, you know.
It's not a complicated map. Like most open maps are not very complicated. Like you don't get lost. If you know where the flags are, you're pretty much golden no matter what. But
Yeah.
I mean, the area with the fence, for example, in the first round, I think it was Kubis or was it Prince who just shot him in the head because he didn't expect, probably didn't expect there to be like openings in the fence, and he got headshotted.
Yeah. Yeah, I think actually if like the PE Cav and like the PE Archers and then especially Prince Lele show up like they did just now, then PE might actually win this set 3-1 or 3-0. They just might, because I do know PE really likes playing Nords just because they like playing a lot of imps.
Also, Blackhawk will navigate his javelins.
That seems to be.
People just don't know how much that matters. Like just Blackhawk with javelins is frightening.
Well, I mean, if Black Hawk has Javs, I approach him in one of the 2 following ways. One, I stay right next to him so he can't throw them, or I stay as far away from him as possible so he doesn't have as much accuracy.
Exactly,
Like,
and as a teammate of Blackhawk, you stay close to him so he can throw on you and
yeah, exactly. Otherwise he team kills you, you know, you don't want that.
He doesn't team kill as much as you'd expect, strangely enough. I mean, we're just fluffing Blackhawk now. Just, but I mean, I've seen
You're doing that, not
I've seen
me.
Ferunin as well with just some pretty sick jab cabbing. So
Mm-hmm.
and Nords do have
So
the best.
who's the one fluffing who now,
I mean,
huh?
I'm fluffing more than one person though, so it's fine then, right? That's how it works.
But you're only fluffing PE people though, like,
No, I'm
that
not.
sounds pretty unfair to me.
Okay, fine. I'll fluff a few FTW too. I mean, they've all done well. Like I haven't seen anyone who's like disappointed in this match so far.
I mean, overall, I think FTW has been playing together pretty well,
Yeah, that's the thing.
except
Like
for like a
nobody.
couple communication mistakes, perhaps, like in Fëanor's case, for example.
Yeah,
But
but that might
other
just be
than
because
that,
of the change in like the difference in language. That might be having a problem there. But I mean, the thing with FTW is they don't have any like superstars. They're all playing very well together.
Yeah.
Like, Soul had some good 2v1 fights there and won them.
But
Max has had some pretty good shots.
I think
Mines has
like
done well. Like, they've
that
all done well.
teamwork is one of FTW's biggest strengths, though, which is why they won the first and second set of the match.
Yeah, I think
We
so,
are
too.
live, by the way.
Yes, we are. Last set.
Last
map.
set, yes. Looks like on the Swadian side, FTW with 3 infantries, 3 cav, 2 archers. I think that's the same setup that PE had.
I
And
think
then
so too, yeah.
on
And
the
again, I think it's the same as PE, as what FTW had. 1 archer,
Yeah.
3 cav, 4 infantry.
Yeah, although it feels a little bit more like PE kind of style kind of setup. You know, they like going for these super heavy infantry strategies on Nords. Like they don't really care if they're on an open map or not. Although this map is probably one of the more ideal maps to get more info on as Nords.
Yeah,
Or at
because
least if you wanna try it.
it's a little
this
bit of
map as
a
well. This
toss-up
map as
as well. I mean, because like you can have a cav run around the corner, but I mean that doesn't mean much if you have an infantry there with a spear.
Yeah.
Like you can't get surprised as easily, really. Polish Eagle is just gonna hog the walls here.
Yeah, they're just gonna try to go around and push the archer away right now. Like you see Feruni making a super
Feruni is
aggressive move on
very,
that there.
very aggressive there.
Exactly.
He gets hurt
They just
for
want
it,
to
but
annihilate
not
this
kill him.
crossfire as soon as they can.
Yeah.
And FTW is actually
Oh.
kind of splitting up. PE is
Bush
pushing
goes
into
down
them.
now.
Like
But-
PE might have a good chance of taking a fight here.
Prince has a good shot there, takes down Feanor as well. This is a good shot.
Ooh,
But,
Prince takes a
very,
big hit,
very
though.
risky there.
This
Meanwhile,
is a clutch fight again, though. Look
Yeah,
at,
it
like,
is.
Everyone split up. Everyone split
they're
up.
fighting
no
in the water
exception.
too. Why would you ever fight in the water? Oh, Hubert does stop for Holy Warrior and kills him. That was a good one.
So
But-
close though. Well, PE getting an advantage here though.
Yeah, Catherine here needs to die. They need to kill him, and they need to get on the flag too. 47 seconds left.
Yeah, but
Matt
Yeah,
and
there's,
Catherine
like,
there take some
it's
fun.
difficult to get there though. Like Matt doesn't have a shield anymore,
without
and he's
shield,
gonna
yeah.
die to
Blue
a cow.
just destroys him there. No chance
Yeah.
of surviving it really.
Like Blue did a lot of work. Like
She did incredibly well there. Yeah.
again, you see the example of calves flourishing in chaotic situations again, right? Like as soon as like fights start being uncoordinated, people split up, calves excel.
Calves,
Like they
yeah,
switch,
they have a
switch from
field day.
skirmish to skirmish, pick up a kill here, pick up a kill there, which is what Blue did. And Prince also, he picked up like a lot of important.
Just killing Feanor there was really
Yeah,
good.
exactly. That was really important, and he also got a lot of good shots off. Like he got a big hit in because he took a risk in the beginning of the fight, but after that, he managed
After
to
that,
get some
he-
good shots in.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, Blue also gave Bush there an old pike. Not
Yeah.
being selfish at all. It's really good.
I mean,
Team spirit.
just the fact that you're not able to like kill an archer when you push him is also pretty frustrating. Like let's say you invest 2-3 people into killing an archer and you don't kill him within like 10-20 seconds. That's just frustrating, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's really annoying. I mean, I played the archer, so I'm happy with it, but I can see why it would be for the infantry.
Yeah.
It's even worse if you lose to them. Spawns in the
Looks
open.
like the flag is gonna spawn far away in the field.
That's in a good position though. He's taking a flower garden there.
Yeah, flower. Is that what we're calling this now? Flower garden? There's like
I mean-
palm trees in it, man.
Yeah,
There's no
the-
flowers there. Come on.
look, there are flowers. Very beautiful flowers, not low texture at all.
I think the key for PE here is gonna be staying as a group as they move to the flag and make sure they don't like take a fight in an unfavorable position. Because I think if they fight straight at the flag, it could
It
turn
might
out
not be
bad.
well,
I mean, it
yeah.
really depends on how much Prince can do again. You know,
Yeah,
like he's
that's
trying
true.
to get a good position in the back there. It's really gonna like be a big deal if he gets pushed down quickly or not. You know.
Holy Warrior is gonna try to harass him, but Blue is just backing him up. I don't
Yeah.
see Holy Warrior doing anything here.
The PE cow's just taking a defensive posture, which I think is good. They really have to make sure Prince gets a good position, and then, yeah, exactly. This is where PE wants to fight, at this house.
This is not good for FTW too. Like they have 2 archers now, exactly
Yeah,
the same
they
position.
don't
They're
want
not
that.
on a
They don't
crossbow.
want that. But
Don't take it on
if
Miser.
PE pushes too much out in the open, FTW might have an advantage again though. Like
That's
PE
true.
shouldn't get too enthusiastic about this.
Yeah, that's true. The fight has broken out now in this tree in the stone. PE is taking a big advantage here.
Yeah.
Only two players left of FTW.
Beautiful play by PE.
Yeah, they play that really well.
I don't understand why FTW take the fight there again. Like, on the last set when FTW played as Nords, I understand completely why they want to fight there, because that's just a good position to fight with a lot of infantries, right? But, like, I don't know why you would do that as Swadia against Nords when you're also outnumbered in infantry.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
their archers were also in unfavorable positions. They just got pushed out, and PE got like they didn't waste their time, you know. Like they didn't fail to kill one of the key targets they had to kill, and that's what made them win.
It's true. The best part there is Holy Warrior actually survived. He did get a little bit of an upgrade in armor, I think. Not much else. I mean, that stage he needs to touch. Like you can't really upgrade while you play, but he also screwed up his equipment a little bit there, I think.
Yeah.
Looks like he has 2 lances
like
and
it.
an all pike, no sword. I mean, he does not want to be dismounted now.
Well, maybe it's just some kind of.
Oh, he has 2 all pikes.
Oh.
He's hiding the all pike there as well. In the staircase.
Well,
Nobody will find
maybe
him.
he has some next level plan pulled out for this.
Maybe.
Who knows?
The score is
something
7-7.
we don't know about, you know.
I mean, if FTW wins this round, and then Polish Eagle wins the next one, then it's a draw.
Then it's a draw, yeah. I wonder what happens after that, like, concerning the league table.
It would just be added there, I guess. And
yeah.
it will all depend on One Walker's match and Fearless
But,
versus the
I mean, technically speaking, FTW would still have more points then, right? Because in the table right now...
they're above them.
Yeah, anyways, flag spawned on the side again. FTW are gonna take pretty much the same positions last time the flag spawned here.
They have good positions, they just need to be able to defend them now. Because if they push Matt, then Fëanor will just shoot. But Vorsh is sneaking up on him. Oh,
we're gonna see the PE trying to get in there, but they expected that.
This is not good for Polish Eagles. They might actually lose this round.
Polish Eagles at all.
Like, oh, but Matt does go down. Matt does go down to Vorsh.
That's an important kill.
Yeah,
FTW want to avoid fighting in the water here. Their cav needs to help them out.
They are struggling right now. Just looking at the javelins. Blackhawk, they can do 2 hits,
Both
3
teams
hits.
are struggling though. Both teams are struggling real hard.
It's an even fight right now. He has 1 play advantage from the looks of it.
I want to know where Prince Mena is. Oh,
he's just shooting from
the
the
stone. He might be
stone.
able to get some shots from there.
Oh, the warrior does go. Oh, but very good play by FTW there. Just the cavalry doing so much work for them. Blue dismounted, kind of fighting a lot of... Oh, but she does take down Logic, but just get bumped to pieces by the cav. Vorsh being the only one alive now against 2 cavalry and 1 infantry. Vorsh has been playing really well. I mean,
he's been playing
can
really well, but
he does
he
have
can't do it
javelins
alone.
too. He has javelins too.
He's gonna try. He's gonna try with the all pike. I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Soul doesn't
actually
get there,
but
yeah, there we go.
There's just no way.
Spot on the horse there, kind of. So this is the very final round.
Yeah, like.
And I think FTW technically still won the match, kinda, because they stopped Polish Eagles' chance to progress, I think.
Yeah, they stopped Polish Eagles' chance to get into the top 8, that's for sure. But whether they will be in the top 8 themselves, that means FTW. That's still the question. Like, they kinda wanna win this next round. You know?
I will ask real quick if there's Winterberg, because if so, that would be cool.
That would be cool, yeah. I'd like to see that. That's kind of like a tiebreaker map.
Yeah.
For now, though, looks like both teams are pretty much doing the same. FTW actually taking very aggressive positions. I don't really expect to see this at this stage. Like, flag hasn't spawned yet. You don't really want to push into north when they have more aims than you.
That's true.
But looks like they're just peeking, throwing the jabs they took from poor Nords.
I mean, the thing is, Fëanor is taking a very aggressive stance. Like, he's so close to the infantry. If Nord push him there, he's gonna be chased off.
Pawn is on his own there as an infantry. Is this miscommunication or something? Like they could
Might
push
be.
him
I
out.
mean, Kramer's close. Blackhook's close enough, I guess. Like, oh,
Oh,
Fëanor! That's
oh,
not
that
good.
that looked ugly.
That
That
was
was
not
really
good at
ugly.
all. Yeah,
Now
Fëanor
FTW
is
have
not having
to
a good day, I think.
like consult what they want to do next because
Kramer's
that's
caught
another
out.
inf down. Like they only have 2 infs versus the 4 of PE.
Yeah, but
How do you
look
push
how
into
bad
PE
Kramer's
at this
position
point?
right now. Look how bad he is. Like, he is just alone, but he does get back up there eventually.
He gets back up,
Pawn
and
taking down
it
Fëanor
looks like
too.
FTW they just can't catch up to PE in time.
Yeah.
Because FTW is pretty split up themselves, like, I guess. Like, Matt doesn't really have a great position right now, he gets shot as well. He's gonna get pushed? No, he's not. Not yet anyways.
Yeah, this is...
Robin gets 2 kills though, like the FTW Cav has to do everything.
They're doing work right now, yeah. Well, so is Blue, she's doing really well here. Very clustered
Yeah,
fight here, but
this
Polish
is just falling
Eagles
apart
just...
for FTW.
And it ends up in an 8-8.
It all started with that team kill, man.
Yeah,
It
the
all
team
started
kill
with
is
the
not
not
team
what they
kill.
needed there.
So, that's a complete draw.
It is! I mean... Could it be
That's,
closer? I mean... Ended up in a
I
last
mean,
round.
we said it would be a close match, but I expected at least one of the teams to get out on top, you know.
Yeah.
No, actually, this is the part where I should say I predicted all of this.
I knew
I
this would happen.
predicted this would be like a complete draw, you know.
That's why we streamed it. Flawlessly. No issues whatsoever.
Yeah, fix your shit, man.
Dude, how? I mean, Beam is just better than Twitch. That's what we learned from this.
That's not a reason to fill your stream.
I don't know what happened. I'll have to look into it more. But do we want a winners interview with both teams?
Of course.
Alright, let's ask both teams if they want an interview.
A winner's interview for both teams. I don't know which team really won out of this, but I don't think PE did though. Like, I mean, they're not getting into the top 8, right? So, is there actually any chance? Like, I don't think so. I mean, they are gonna get some points, that's for sure. But, like,
yeah, they got 6 points I think for a draw. Is what I saw. But
yeah,
on
top of the rounds that you win.
They could potentially both progress? Question mark. I'm not
like,
sure.
do you have an update on how the other matches are going?
I don't like giving away, because if there's been another stream while we didn't, I mean, it could give away the score there. But last I heard was Dio winning over.
Oh yeah, you
Fearless,
said that like ages ago.
Yeah, that's the last I heard.
All right.
Ask both teams if they want an interview.
Yeah.
I don't have my fancy splash screen for that either, of course, because I'm gonna set up everything to work on this program as well.
You know, I wanna like point out something. Like someone said in chat, like what's gonna happen with the bugged flag on the last map, like the one flag
I hope
spawn.
it gets
like,
hotfixed before Sunday, because right now probably every team knows it. And
you know, this has to be so painful for PE,
my god,
because
that's true.
if
they
won that round, if they actually won that round,
oh, that hurts. Oh, I actually didn't think of that for a long time now. They could have won the game if that flag wasn't.
Yeah, like, to be honest, PE should have.
I would have been pissed. I would have been angry as hell if this was a Wolfpack match. I'll be completely honest.
Like, I don't even know, as an admin for the tournament, what kind of decision do you make? Because
I mean, the thing is,
that's
like,
not good, man. It's really not good.
No, like they didn't foresee it, I guess. Like, it's not the tournament's fault at all. It's
Well,
just...
I mean, I think if you're gonna be hosting like a map in a tournament, you kind of expect it to run smoothly, right?
That's true, but yeah, it sucks when it happens. I mean, I know of 3 maps I think where this bug persists. And it's like
persists. I guess you could call it that too. Yes.
Yeah. See, I know the words, all the words. It's ruins, this map, and then there's one more that I forget right now.
So technically only 2 that you can think of, but well, it's
Yeah, but it's 3.
still
Just
pretty bothering.
trust me, man. It's 3. Let's get an interview.
Sure, I'll trust you, no worries.
Let's bring in Matt. Let's bring in Sabo. Let's bring in Prince.
And Potato.
And Potato. Hello, everyone. I'm not so sure who to congratulate. Congratulate on a draw. Everyone did well.
Yeah, I guess so.
How happy are you, Prince, about the bugged flag?
I'm not happy.
No, I can imagine. Like,
I mean, it was a really close match, right, guys? Like, how was the situation on TS for both teams respectively? Like, let's start with FTW. How was the situation on TS for you guys? Like, throughout the match, was it like calm? Was everyone shouting? A lot of chaos? What happened?
At first, it was pretty calm when we were winning rounds in the sets. In the second map, it was way more pressured because we needed those last few rounds.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, did you expect it to be like this close after that first map? Because after the first map, you had a pretty distinct advantage, right? Like going 6-2 into the second map, you've got to feel at least pretty confident. So, like, was it perhaps that you were overconfident on the second map, or like what happened there?
I'd say it's more that, you know, we felt really nervous near the end, and we like kept coming so close and shit, and like, you know, all pikes are overpowered as well.
Yeah, I've seen quite a lot of shield stuns as well, but and Cav with all pikes is a pretty much a pain too. So what about Polish Eagles then? Like, how was the overall atmosphere on TS with you guys? Very loaded after that first map, or was it alright?
After the first spawn, it was like we knew that Rodok site is really tough, and we were, you know, feeling still confident. But after, I think second round of second spawn, when just flag booked, and we didn't want the round because of them, we were really pissed off then, and from that point we were like, fuck it, we still have a chance, and we wanted to, you know, just take a chance and yeah, make at least this draw, and we work, but still, we thought that we will win.
Alright, so I have a question, alright? Like, how much did you prepare, like, playing on the maps in training matches in general? Like, you obviously didn't know about the bugged flag, otherwise you probably would have played around it, right?
saw
So,
in chat as well.
does
Like,
this
they
mean,
did
like,
not
you
know.
didn't know it because you never played the map in, like, training matches? Or did you play it in training matches, but it just never happened to be this kind of situation?
Yeah, this second one. I mean, we were playing against random force, and they were, you know, like sometimes wrecking us. And
But they probably just pushed on the flag a lot, I guess, like whenever you took it then,
yeah,
perhaps?
but situation like that never had place, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Otherwise-
shame when you kind of need to test every map before to make sure that they
Yeah.
work. It's not good. I mean, I hope it gets fixed before Sunday.
I mean, regarding that, I also kind of want to ask FTW about that, because it looked like in that round where you won because the flag was bugged for PE, it really looked like you played around that fact, because no matter how high the flag was,
Yeah.
you never really looked like you were under pressure for pushing the flag, you know? Like, was that like calculated, or did that just happen to turn out like that?
Which flag?
You know the round where
The
Robin
Rodok
started
one, no?
screaming because the flag was like all the way raised.
Was
Okay,
it bugged?
So they were completely prepared, I see.
Oh, you should have heard us in TeamSpeak. We were
Actually,
like
Robin
screaming
called at
flag.
the last moment.
Had a speech.
Yeah.
We all rushed to it.
I think we were quite lucky that round, and it's a shame for P that flag bugged. I did not see it myself though, but
Yeah,
some
I
people
mean,
said it in TeamSpeak it was buggy, but it's a shame.
I found out yesterday as well. Like I couldn't warn that, but
Was it? Is it the same on the second map as well, or the flags bugged here as well?
It's bugged no matter what. As long as it spawns on that location, it's always bugged.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a particular flag spawn. It happens on a couple of different maps, in fact.
Yeah, like ruins and one more, and then this one.
So, like, as for the FTW guys, like, how pleased are you with this result? Is it kind of what you expected? Did you expect to win, or was it kind of expected that you would kind of like draw or win or lose in a close match here?
That's Teddy, you can answer that.
Oh, thanks. Well, I can't really be mad. Like, we're happy no matter what. Since like week 2 and 3, we really like fell apart and played really bad. And like, you know, PE were kind of the start of that. And I think coming back and at least drawing them with them is like, you know, showing that at least we did come back in some way. You know.
All right, and then for PE, I heard Prince just say that like you were kind of disappointed with the result, right? Like, can you explain a little bit about why that is? Is it because preparation, perhaps? Like you put in a lot of effort and you still lost, or was it just that you expected to win right from the get-go?
I think that we did the same mistake like before the A match. I mean, we agree on the match about on Friday, and we hadn't got enough time to prepare. We played only 2 scrims, and yeah, I think it was the main factor.
All right,
That's-
so it's kind of like you feel like you could have prepared better, perhaps?
You know, we can at least know about this booked flag, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
all
really
right.
disappointed about
Yeah,
mainly about that
again,
round.
I hope
Yeah,
that gets
it
fixed
was-
before Sunday. Like, it's a
It
big
was
bug.
really, it was really terrifying, man. Like I was standing on this flag, looking at it, and nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice in my Warband history, I lost match because of a round like that.
Yeah, I've done it too. It's just heartbreaking. Like, it just
Shit
sucks.
tournament.
I would get angry.
What you said up to?
What?
So as for FTW, if you happen to advance in the tournament, go to the next stage of the tournament, how do you plan to prepare for your upcoming opponents? Of course, you don't know who you're going to be facing next yet, or what maps and
Exactly.
everything are going to be played.
Or
but
if
how
you'll
do
even
you
get advanced. Like, we're not even sure about that
exactly? But I'm talking from a perspective where you do advance. Then what is going to be the plan for FTW?
We had 2 scrims this week. Both of them went pretty well, I'd say, and I don't know what actually went wrong today. We had very good communication, and I think we were just unlucky, wasting some rounds. But how we will prepare? I think we will be having more training matches, even though we don't find it necessary screaming all day long, like try harding each day. We don't find that necessary. We find it. We find having training matches each day makes you worse. So I
You
think
can
we
burn
won't be
out a lot
having.
easier.
It can, if you know the tactics and so on, for both the maps. But I think we won't be screaming each day. Like twice or 3 times a week is always fine for us, and we're always doing fine. And if we play more than like 2 or 3 times, then we're just starting to getting like, yeah, we are starting to play very bad if we do more than 2 or 3 matches.
All right. And as for PE then, like I believe there's still like a small chance you would be able to advance into the next stage. If you do, what do you guys plan to do next? Like how do you improve on what went wrong today, or do you not care about that at all and just look at what comes next? Like what is the plan?
I don't think so. There is any plan. I mean, we are in worse position than FWT, but if we advance in some, I don't know, maybe luck, I think we won't change anything than we used to play. You know, just about 2 or 3 scrims a week or something like that. But as I said, we can't do the same mistake when we had only one archer, me and Kubush, who isn't playing this game, very often. We were lacking Blast and Broomstick, and yeah, we can't do mistakes like that. Never mind.
Who was your second archer? Because your second archer played really well.
Kobush, some
Kobus.
Polish guy.
Yeah, agree with it.
Yeah, he was good. He played really well.
So, talking about playing well, let's first go to FTW. I know it's not really like there was a real winner this match, it feels like. But if you had to point out like one or two players on your team that you think played exceptionally well this match, who would it be?
Potato.
What?
Yeah.
I only got 2 kills.
Well, I mean,
but
whether
I
you
think
whether
everyone
you
played really well.
contributed to the success of your clan isn't always only.
I was
like-
getting mad. I did so much damage, never got any kills.
Well,
As
if you
open
get a
map
lot of
infantry.
damage in though, that's good as well,
It's
right?
hard getting kills, I think, though. Especially on open maps.
Open maps especially, yeah.
But I'd say our archers did really well today. Both Finner and Matt.
Yeah,
And our
good.
Cavs did well as well. I think everyone
Yeah.
did well. I can't even
Ev-
say two
That's what I said in the match as well. Like FTW, you guys just played well together. Like,
Yeah, you
none of
you
you
really
really,
looked like a
played
team.
like a god or anything, but everyone played so well that they yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you see that as like one of the bigger strengths of your clan as well? I mean, I do, but do you see your teamwork and coordination as one of your biggest strengths, or is it also kind of reliant on personal skill?
I would like to quote Robin on this from the start of the tournament when he said that FTW are terrible players, but we win somehow.
I did not say that.
He did.
I'm gonna remember that quote.
Yeah.
In WhatsApp group, maybe.
No, he said it in the interview.
Nothing.
Oh,
He may have done that.
I might have done.
you did an interview
what
that you
what
didn't know
was your
about.
question? Sorry, I forgot.
All right. Well, let's move on to PE perhaps. All right. So for PE, like from what I can hear from you, Prince, you're kind of like disappointed with how the match went out, especially because you kind of lost the match based on one flag bug that happened to be there. But if you had to point anyone out in your team that you think did play really well, or maybe two players if you want, who would it be?
I think Kramer can answer this question.
Well, I think that today our cav did really well because basically we have our 4th main cavs today, and they did really well. As far as I know, Blue has problems with internet and she can't really come at weekends during weekdays, so she didn't play through whole week. That's awesome. She came and did really well. On the infantry, I would point out Pon, who as well didn't play so much last weeks, to be honest, and especially on Swadia sides on the second map did really well in my opinion. As Prince said, we had a lack of archers today because even Blast and Broomstick didn't appear. But Kubus did as well as he did in my opinion. He isn't our main archer, but I think he did really well.
And if you would look at if you would have to tell us what you think one of the biggest strengths of PE is overall, like as a team, what would it be? Like, do you think teamwork or individual skill is one of the biggest virtues of your clan, or maybe something else?
Oh, it's a really tough question to be honest. I think we have some kind of groups of coordination, let's say. Some players can play well with special players. For me, like Voce and Colonel playing together really well. But basically we are like individuals, I think.
Alright, so you have some like players that perhaps play together a lot then, and then the rest is kind of more individually minded. Is that what you're saying?
Some kind, let's say.
Alright. Then, as a last thing, I don't know who on FTW wants to do any shoutouts, but if you want to make any
shout out to
shoutouts.
Sigs.
Yeah, shout out to C's.
My
Yeah,
boy.
yes.
Any reasons why, or is it just
Potato.
gonna be like shout out to Siegs?
It's
He's just a good
There are
friend of
no
ours.
names.
can't be disclosed. On
All
stream.
right.
He's a good friend of us.
All right, it's good to hear. So for PE players, anyone, any shoutouts you want to make?
I don't think so.
All right.
Who made
Well,
the
in
map?
that case,
Like
Shout
I,
out to
7.
gnomes.
Oh, wait.
I want to tell one thing to the Vogue especially, like use S, fucking retard.
Christ.
Shout out to gnomes.
that was a pretty straightforward opinion, I've
Yeah.
got to
Who?
say.
And I want to shout out to the map creator. Thanks, Kate, mate.
Yeah, I figured as well. Like, yeah, he did a great job on that. This
Really?
this-
Thanks.
I mean, that should be fixed. I hope that's fixed because
I sense a certain degree of sarcasm in some of
No.
those statements.
really.
Alright, I think that were about all the questions I had for you. I don't know if you have any questions for them, Greed? Anything
No, you
on
pretty
your
much
mind?
covered everything. I hope both of you advance to the next stage, but I'm not sure that will happen.
Yeah, we'll see about it.
Yeah.
It's all gonna depend on like how the other matches turn out.
You should all just watch the next stream I do, which is AEIR, even though it has nothing to do with your matches whatsoever. It's just gonna be a good match.
Yeah, just because we're gonna be streaming it is a reason for people to watch it,
I
right?
mean, just look at the splash screen I made for this. Like, damn, the quality is just...
Wait, there was a splash screen at the beginning? I didn't see it.
No, I made it afterwards with the upside down 2 and 6. And shit. Like it's
Nah, that's
just
pretty
beautiful.
good.
Thank you all for joining, and well done to everyone. You guys played
Thanks for
really well.
streaming.
It was a very enjoyable match.
Yeah,
Good
it
game.
Full of aggression.
Yeah, goodbye,
Keep
guys.
it up, guys.
Yeah,
Nice.
thanks for
Have a good
streaming.
weekend.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for streaming.
Thanks, Greed and Raven.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
I'm just gonna end the stream here. Thank you all for watching. We might use Beam more actually because it works. Actually, it actually works.
Yeah, or,
Unlike Twitch.
or you just don't know how to use Twitch.
Yeah,
That's the
I've
other.
never used Twitch before.
You know,
who's this
like-
Twitch person?
Greed is just kind of an amateur when it comes to streaming stuff. You
Yeah,
know, so.
I've never done it before. I just don't know what happened, and Beam seems to be working well. I mean, if people use it more as well, they'll get these levels and stuff.